Greetings, everyone. Oh, I hope you can hear me. No, I don't think you can. Sorry. Better, I think. Yeah, maybe a little more. Greetings, everyone. Good evening. Still posting on my social media. It's a little bit faster than usual. I'm actually surprised. But how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. It's been raining here all day nonstop with no break. So my two over here have been going nuts because they haven't been able to play because it's been raining all day. These are poor bears. They're very poor bears and they're sad. They want to go play and they can't go play. It really is like that. And I feel bad, but at least they can be inside and cozy. Oh, Florida Middle, thank you. Wow, 11 months. Oh my God, I am too loud now. I knew that was going to happen. 11 months in a row now. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is so great. I appreciate you very much. Oh, man. That is a good start to the stream. The perfect start to the stream. I'm good. I'm feeling a little, I don't know, my neck hurts. I'm feeling a little like stuffy and nasally. I don't know, but nothing bad. Nah. It's like one of the. My mom always called it the 24-hour flu. It's one of those, you know. But tomorrow when I get up, I'll be fine. I think I've been doing a lot today, so. Oh yeah, one of the people I work with had COVID straight up, and I worked with her on one of those days that she started to have symptoms. So that was pretty fucky, but that's like a week and a half ago now, so. Yeah. Not too bad. Oh wow, one of my videos on YouTube, one of my clips has 217 views. One has 66. One has 85. That's cool. Getting more views on YouTube. 99. Alright. 129. Nice. People need to come into my stream though. Let's do it. Yep. Yeah, so I did shit today. I cleaned the house and I folded the laundry and did a couple more potions, finished those. I think I may make a couple more. I feel like I'm still not really. I think I'm gonna make 2 more, and then it would give me 7 small ones and 5 big ones for my exhibit on Saturday. So that should be enough. So yeah, it's like I said, it's not making the potions themselves is really not a lot of work at all. It's more fun than anything else, but it's making the labels and then writing the letters on the labels, because the letters are not easy to do, because they're like an old German style. But I finished the, which ones did I do today? Oh wait, where's the other one? Is that what fell earlier? Because I heard my guy messing around with something. And where's that? No, it's not here. I don't know. Yeah, I heard him throwing something downstairs, and I went down there to check to see what he did, and I couldn't see anything. So I'm like, okay, what did he do? I can't see it. Okay, so I'll show you. I made a miniature Raven's Tears one. Now you can see these letters. It's so small. It's very small. It's so hard to see on the camera. Blurry. But yeah, that's my Raven's Tears one. And then I made a Halloween one. Look at it. And then it has 2 bottles. All of my ones have bottles with like glitter and stones in them. But this one has also a bottle with glitter and bones, bro. Bones, little bones. And here's a skull. And it's called Hollow's Potion. And it's this cool orangey color, Yeah, so. Really hard to see in the camera, but yep. Really love making these. It is so much fun. And they look awesome. This one, for some reason, the glitter is not working. I don't know why. Oh, well. Yep. So I got these. And I'm going to post these in my Etsy store later, too. And like I said, the small ones are 15, and the big ones I charge 38. I think I have it listed for 38 because shipping is very expensive for something. It's not even the size, because they're not that big, but it's the weight of it, so I have to charge that price. But yeah, so I'm really happy that I'm making those, and I got a lot of views on a couple of those videos too. On TikTok, I got like 700 views on a couple of the potion videos, so that's good. Yep. So I'm really happy about these new things that I'm trying. I'm, like I told you guys, I'm just trying everything. So it's just really cool that I had so many of the supplies that I needed to make these potions. I had it all, and it was literally just sitting collecting dust, like these little tiny pebbles. I'm not using them for anything because I ordered them a few months back because I wanted to make necklaces, but I guess I didn't read how big these stones were, and I was expecting them to be like big stones, like that, that you can put on a necklace like this, and then I get them, and they're like literally, you saw them in the little bottles. They're so tiny with tiny holes where literally only like thread for a needle and thread can fit through. It's so crazy. So I'm like, they're way too small. I mean, granted, it wasn't that much money that went to waste on that, but it was money, nonetheless. So they've just been sitting there and just sitting, and it's like a box. I mean, it's like hundreds and hundreds, like 2 hands full of these tiny stones. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And now I found something to use them for, so that's really good. Running out of tea lights here. Literally running out of tea lights, so that's why I couldn't light anymore. But yeah, and then I had a bunch of these like metal beads, also smaller than I had expected. I still can use them for stuff that I make for myself, but they were still smaller than expected. So I can, so I use those, and then the glitter. I have so much glitter because I bought a bunch of glitter a couple of years back for one of my paintings, because in my dream it was very glittery and shiny, because the painting was a dream that I had. So I'm like, okay, so I bought a bunch of glitter, and I really, for only one painting, I used a tiny fraction of that glitter, so it's I have a whole box of fucking glitter to use that up. And then the wax on top with the stamp, I've had that. I bought that at the thrift store months ago because it was super cheap, and I'm like, that's so cool, I'm gonna buy that. When I send somebody a letter, I can literally put the wax stamp on there with a D. But I haven't sent anything where I put that, so using it for that. I have the twine, I think it's called, that you wrap around it, just sitting around collecting dust, not doing anything with it. So like most of the stuff that I did have to buy were the labels, the little glass bottles, and the big glass bottles. See, the chains, I had so many chains that I don't use. I had them just laying around because I have so much fucking jewelry, and half of the shit, I don't use it. I will never wear it again. Charms and everything, so why not make use of it? But yeah, the exhibit on Saturday, I am excited. I'm nervous though. I'm not gonna lie, I am nervous, because I've never really done this outside of the metal scene. I've only ever put my stuff, out for people to see at the Brass Monk or at the Lakeland, the what is it called, the hall, the music hall, whatever it was called. That was the only 2 times that I've done that. So it's like, so I am a little bit nervous because this is a totally different ballgame. This is totally different people. This is retirees. This is a lot of Christian people will be there. So it's gonna be a little bit different, for me. So I'm nervous, but I'm also excited, because I think that a couple of people that I know will be there. Will come, maybe they said they would, like a couple of my German regulars that I have, Fred and Heidi. They come to eat at the restaurant where I work, and we speak German, and they love me because they're like, oh my god, and they're like, they could be my grandparents, but they're like, oh, when is it? And I'm like, on the 24th, and they're like, okay. Heidi was like, okay, like she's on it. Fred likes to have his little drinky poo, and he just smiles. He just sits there and he just listens to me and his wife talk, and he just smiles the whole time. It's so nice. And I hope they will come, and I don't know, maybe others will come. I don't have the link to advertise it on my stuff. I doubt anybody will come, but maybe I'm gonna, I'm gonna text my coworker right now and see if she can send me the link to the thing, because I don't even have the Facebook link to that, so I don't know, Yeah, thank you, Flora Metal. I'm hoping. Yeah. have this burn on my finger that I got from when I was making my fire the last time, and it hurts, man. It keeps hurting. It's like really annoying. Oh, I listen. Okay, I listed them for 32, not 38. Okay. I got my stuff on here really cheap. I got earrings. Oh, hi, Emily. Oh, Emily, you weren't here last time. I'm gonna have to do it again now. But, one second. I really got stuff on here cheap on my Etsy store. I got like a pair of earrings for $10, a ring, stainless steel and sterling silver for $10, another earring set for $6. So I'm not selling my stuff so expensively. So I don't know if you've followed this trend, Emily, or not. If you've seen it or not, I don't know. It's relatively new to me too, but I saw it, and as soon as I saw it, I realized I had almost all the things to make this, so why not make it also, okay? Yeah, that's not bad prices, and it's real stuff. It's not fake that's gonna tarnish or anything. It's for $10 a pair of real sterling silver earrings, like hoops. That's not bad for $10. Free shipping. Come on now. I got good prices. So anyway, talk about earrings. This one, they're healing slowly, but you know, because you sleep on them, my hair gets caught in them. That's why it's taking longer than fucking annoying. Anyway, so when I saw this on TikTok is where I saw it. I saw it and I was like, oh, I love that. That's really cute idea. Really cute decorative idea. And I have almost all the stuff that to do it. Not to mention that all the stuff that I needed to make it is just sitting collecting dust, and I have no idea what to do with it. And it's just been sitting because it was like, you know, craft accessories that I ordered that, you know, either I used to use them, don't use them anymore, or I used only a little bit of a bunch of something that I bought. Oh, and also I had to order, well, before I digress, then you know, stuff that I ordered that was way too small, way smaller than I expected it to be. Can't use it, you know. So, oh, I can see now. Last time what we thought was the things that we saw, it was just him. I just saw it now. I just saw him lick himself or whatever, and I know that it was him. So anyway, check this out. Now, sorry, Florida Metal, I know you've already seen, but I'm going to show Emily all of the ones that I made, okay? I'm very proud of this. And I'll tell you, it's a lot of fucking work, okay? So, let me gather these here. Let me start with the small ones. Makes it more exciting. Working my way up to the big ones. Alright, I'll do this tomorrow. 2 more tomorrow, and then I'm going to be done for now, for a minute. Alright, let me just start with this, and then I get the other big ones. Okay, so this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Alright, so I made these decorative potions, okay? So let me start with the little ones. This is a unicorn potion. It's called unicorn tails. That's what I call it. Okay. And it has, see the wax on here. It has the D. And in here you got a little glitter and little stones. I know it's very blurry in the camera. Now the cool part is it looks like this on the inside. I know it's blurry. It's not easy to see, but isn't that cool? So I got that one. Also had to order the mica powder because that's what makes the swirls in the water. I had to order the mica powder, which was not that expensive. Now here's another one. This is Raven's Tears. See, he's got the little black stones with the glitter and the dragon. Oh, so shitty on camera. I can't see it. You can barely see it. Yeah, it's nicer in real life. This is my Halloween one. I really love this one because it has extra stuff. This has the little bottle with the stones in it, but it also has a little bottle with little bones in it. And it's got that skull here and got the dragon right there. Yeah, it makes like these twirls on the inside. That's not cooperating. There. So that's the Halloween one. Then I got a miniature dragon's blood one. So it's got the dragon and it's got the little bottle here. And then it looks like this. Look at that. Yeah. This one you can see better. Yeah, so these are the miniature ones. These I sell online for like $15. It's free shipping. Okay. Then I got one that's a little bit bigger than the other ones, but it's still a small one. This one's called Fairy Dust. See how swirly it is in there? So awesome. Fairy Dust. And they all got the D on the top. Some of them have a black one. And then other ones have a white one. Now, I'll show you one of the big ones. I really love the big ones. So, I got the big Raven's Tears here. Okay. So, now you can, and like I said, making these is not really, does not consume that much time. What consumes time is making the label. Most of these people that sell them online, they have like the pre-made labels and they just print them out and put them on there. But I write them myself, so it takes a while. But you can, now you're going to be able to really see this. This is going to be so great. Ah, look at that one. Oh my God. Oh, fell a little wax out of there. Yeah, that's big, right? Yeah. And look how cool that looks. So that's the Ravens one. I get. Yeah, because I'm trying to go with like cool themes here. I didn't. Oh, and I really like this one too. So I showed you the Ravens one. So I got 3 more big ones that I gotta show. Oh, and I love them all. It's really hard for me to tell which one I like the most, you know? What's up, Scooby? So then I got the unicorn tails. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh my God. Look at that purple. Isn't that is so nice. That's like my favorite kind of purple right there. Look at that. Unicorn tails. Okay, and now the last 3 big ones. I got the Witch's Brew right here. This is such a perfect green for a witch's brew. Look at that. So nice. Okay. Then I got the Pixie Dew. Pixie Dew. Let me shake it up. Ooh, I really like the Pixie Dew. Look at that color. It's so nice. Right? I think so too. I mix them, you know? You mix the colors and then you come up with whatever, you know? So that's the Pixie Dew. And then this is like really special to me. I don't know why. I just really... Because I really... This is Neptune's breath right here. And I put a shell there. And I also used like the super glue to make like pretend drippings of water on there. So I really like this one in particular. And look at that blue. Look at this blue. Oh. I love this one. Oh man, I really love this one. Yay! Right? It's so nice. Yeah, so like I said, they're available on my Etsy store, and I'm hopefully I'm gonna make 2 more small ones because I don't have any more big bottles unless I can find another big bottle somewhere or something. But 2 more small ones, and then I'm gonna take them to my art exhibit on Saturday, and hopefully maybe I'll sell some. Would be cool. Would be really cool. Hydration. There we go. Yeah. So wanted to show you, Emily, because I was hoping that you were going to be here on the day that I showed it, but you weren't here. My finger still hurts too. I'm beat up. I'm really beat up lately. I don't know why. My neck and then my, like, what was it the other day? My shoulder. I really messed up my shoulder. Oh, really bad. It's getting better now, but it was so bad. Maybe from exercising. Yes. Yeah, sure. Definitely. Yeah, so it was like if I moved my arm in a certain way just a little bit, then it was like a stabbing pain. But I'm talking about it feels like needles sticking in there. That pain was so bad that it gave me like goosebumps all over my body every time that happened. It was bad. It was really bad. And I don't... I'm pretty sure I did it from exercising. Throwing my ball, you know. So I did a little more stretching and a little more of this, and then it seemingly worked itself out, you know, on its own, or because I did that. My fucking creepy and crazy neighbors. Poor dog, man. They've been just locking their dog. I'm shuffling for you right now, Scooby. They've just been locking their dog on their porch. That's what's been going on. I noticed it now because the other day when I was outside exercising, the dog jumped on a thing and looked out of the screen. So he's locked on the porch, tiny ass porch all day. Can't get out. Fucking, he's just been crying. Why? Now he's not barking. Well, he's still barking just as much, but he's also whining now. He just whines the whole time when he's out there, like. And I'm like, oh my god, man. But I have not called animal control because with a dog like that, you know, it definitely has a type of, you know, it's either, I can see it's either like a mastiff in him or like a pit bull or something like that. And then it's an older dog, not older, but like middle age, you know, a few years old. You know what they're gonna do. You know what they're gonna do. They're not gonna find a home for that dog. They're gonna fucking euthanize him. And I can't do that to the animal. I can't. So yeah. I feel really bad, but I can't really do anything about it. These neighbors are fucking crazy. Draven looked in the yard the other day and he was like, oh my god, they don't even have any grass over there anymore. I'm like, I told you. They have literally uplifted in their backyard the entire grass It's nothing but dirt. And then they have the chickens run around there. They have no more grass in their yard. It's fucking insane. I try to be. I really try to be. Yeah, he was shocked. He was like, I've never seen anything like that. I'm like, they live their life like they're on a farm, but they're not on a farm. They live in a regular house. But they slam the back door all the time. She's hooting and hollering in there, and the chickens running around, fucking dirt everywhere. It's fucking. Now what they did, they have, okay, guys, you won't believe this shit right now. They have, I would say, about 10 or 12 bicycles between the family. It's mom, dad, and 3 kids, and they have about 10 to 12 bicycles. Okay, they now took all the bicycles. It's so bizarre, the shit that they do. And it's, I'm not one of these people that gawks over there. I don't do that because I want nothing to do with them. They gawk over here. You know what I mean? And that's what, and they act weird. See, they just got home. They're all leaving out of the truck, and there's still somebody in there, and the truck keeps running. For like 50, and he's driving away again. It's fucking weird. So they fucking took all the bicycles, okay, and they stood them up in the driveway. And they're just all standing now in the driveway. Just covering the whole place where the car goes. All the bicycles are standing up. What the fuck? Why? What? Why? That's so weird. They can't park the truck there. They have to park their truck now in front of the home. Because, yeah, it's totally fucking weird. And then, granted, today, now, I gotta say, I'm guilty of something too that I fucked around with. But today, it's been, like I said, it's been raining. It just now stopped for the first time today, raining. It's been raining since 10 o'clock this morning, and it stopped just now for the first time. So it's been raining for 12 hours. These bikes have been sitting out there, getting rained on for 12 hours. Just sitting there. Standing up, not laying on the ground or nothing like this. Just all standing neatly in the driveway. Okay? Retarded, right? So, now granted, I'm stupid too. I forgot to take the cat's beds into the tent. So they're all 4 little beds are soaking wet, but it's fine. I think I'm going to bring them inside here soon and just throw them in the washer and just wash them. They need it washed anyway. So I'm guilty of that too, but it's like I didn't purposefully set, I put that there because I know the cats like to sleep there. They like to sleep close to the door where I am. So I put the beds there so they don't have to lay on the stone steps. And so it's just like, I don't understand these people. And I woke up this morning. Why did I wake up? At 8:30 on a Saturday. Because these fucking idiots over there were slamming doors, yelling, running the truck, and the dog was barking. Okay, so, sorry, Scooby, we're gonna do that right now. And I don't know why that... Oh, God, it's too tired. Oh, God. No, that's not good. That's good. That's not good. God damn it. That's not good. Uriel, hi, how are you? I don't think there's any limits to manifestation at all. I think there's calamity. I think there is times where it doesn't happen, but I think you can technically, I should say rather theoretically, manifest anything. That's what I think. That's my personal experience as well, in a way. I've manifested from the littlest things. Granted, to be honest, the little things sometimes seem to to be more difficult to manifest for me for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because they're not as important to me, so my energy is not completely like so involved. Um, to the biggest things, you know. What's the downside of eating a clock? It's time consuming. Oh yeah, my God, no. Thank you. Did I not say earlier, Florida Metal? I got some shit going on. I had you know when you have this really good sneeze and it feels so good afterwards. I had one of those earlier and it was like, oh man, that was so great. What's the difference between manifestation and proper reality bending? Okay, well, I think that manifestation is literally more like making something appear out of almost nothing, pretty much. That the connections between things and a chain and, you know, electromagnetic energy is so thin that it's virtually not there. So you're virtually manifesting this from scratch, whereas to bending reality is you are warping something or changing something that's already established in a sense. That's how I interpret that. That's how I think the definition goes. But I you know, let's see, Scooby, what we can see in the future. This card is very it drives me crazy because I always mix it up, but I didn't mix it up, so this is good. In the future, so this is the Ten of Swords inverted. Very good. If it were upright, you'd be in big trouble, my friend. But this is very good. It means that in the future your situations will improve, okay? You will have a slight edge over your hardships, and there will be a pause in calamity in your life. So really good, okay? So you will come out of some really like stressful situations. So positive. You know, I gotta answer that because that's really a great thing to put in there, Uriel. So let's take that one at a time. Oh, okay. So this card is your situations will be improving. Okay, you will be having an edge over your hardships and improving and better outlook in your life. Okay, and there will be a pause in calamity. So whatever troubles may come, there will be a time we will come out of this and out of it in better. Okay. Now to talk about that. Can manifestation be witnessed in real time? Has manifestation been documented in real time as it was occurring? That will be incredible to see. Now, of course, I think that if we were this is so cool. I love talking about that because this is the kind of stuff that I think about as well. So if we could somehow track this invisible like I almost want to call it like an invisible, or to us not really visible yet, energy cord, right? It's like a swirly cord. That's how I see it, and it's connected to everything. Like it's dark matter. It's the electromagnetic energy, which I consider it's dark matter because we just don't know enough about dark matter. I think dark matter is responsible for many of the things like this, for instance. Okay, so if we could somehow invent a technology that could either make dark matter visible, okay, or we can invent a technology that can make the human be able to experience and sense with one of the organs the dark matter, then we could witness manifestation in real time happening. Okay. I think there's many people that claim, when you see these videos that people post of like, fake aliens and aliens are real, or fucking like there's a ghost in my house and stuff. I think that there's some videos that are really there's really a basis of truth there, because I mean, I've posted stuff myself where there was residual energy floating around, right? And things do happen, but they're more rare. They're not as common as millions of these videos posted all the time, because a lot of people is really artists trying to use the CGI and see how far they can go with it. And some of these videos, I see them on TikTok all the time, and they're just like, I like them, and I put a heart because they're just so good. They look almost really real, and you're like, wow, this is really insane, but it's just people really making this happen, so yeah, crown chakra here, or yeah, right here. So yeah, exactly. Oh, hi, Savvy. Okay, I'm talking, unfortunately, but when I'm done talking, then I'm going to continue Scooby's reading, and then it's your turn, Savvy. So, anyway, um, I do think that in due time, we will be capable to make this invisible energy cord visible, whatever this may be. If it's dark matter that we're going to be able to somehow infuse technologically with something to make it visible, or make it even be put on a radar, which we already have certain gadgets that can show a change in electromagnetic energy around you. So we have this already, but we need something better, or we invent some, even if it is a pair of glasses that we can put on, and then we can suddenly see all around us this dark matter that's holding everything together. Then we can see, because then, I imagine it like this dark matter is, this is now just a hypothetical and kind of like an imaginative scenario, right? So the dark matter, you put the glasses on, you see all the blackness, all the little, like the bottle that I showed you guys earlier of my potion bottle, just like that. You'll see all the black matter like swirl all around you. Then you sit down and you do a ritual of some kind, a manifestation spell of some kind. Then you will see an electricity that will spark some part of this dark matter all around you, and then it will go. And then you can literally chase it. Let's say you want to make something happen there and there. So you test it out. You say, okay, I want my door to open now. Okay. So then you send that, and then you can see what happens. Then you can follow this little spark along on this dark energy cord, and it'll wrap around the door, and then either something happens or nothing happens. But you will be able to see it go. So it's really, that time will come. I don't know if I'm gonna be alive by then, but or still by then. I mean, I guess I could say by then too, but the time will definitely come. We'll see what happens. Yeah, crown. Yes, exactly, and that's exactly how it works. It pretty much goes hand in hand. So all right, now, fuck. Whoa. That's crazy. And I have seen something like that. It was not an orb, but it was a light, and that was like the only. Well, there were two incidences of like I would call it like UFO, because it did not look like a natural phenomenon to me. What I saw, it looked like a technological phenomenon both times. They were two completely different things, and they're the only two things that I've ever really seen in my lifetime that were of that were really not explainable at all. And that was one time I saw a light, and it was very similar to what you're talking about. Go straight up in between tree lines, in between like a gap in trees. Go straight up, and then I think it went straight down or went all the way up or something like that. But it was super fast, way faster than an airplane or a helicopter. It was like really, and now, some could say maybe it was a drone. It's possible, but it was bright as you would see an airplane. So it's really weird to think that that would be a drone, because that must be a massive drone and a very fast drone because of how fast it went. So that was the one time, and that was only a few years ago. And then the other time was, my neighbors are back. The other time was, oh my God, that was a long time ago. The other time was like maybe 8 years or so ago. It was I was living in my trailer in Lady Lake, which is a town over here about 20 minutes from here. And I was living in the trailer with my mom and my brother, and I had my boyfriend at the time. We just had kind of started dating. It was really nice, and we had a couple of beers, and it was literally my first beer. I had just opened it, and it was his first beer, and we had a pretty decent sized yard because the trailer was small, and it went a little bit downhill, just a slight slant. So we went down there to the gate, and we just stood by the gate. We literally like leaned on the gate, and we had our beers, and we were drinking. And I look in the sky, as one does, right? And I look up there, and it was so weird, because also the events that followed after that were very bizarre. I looked in the sky, and because the moon shone, it was like so the parts of the sky were brighter than others. Some were really black, and some were like dark gray, right? So I suddenly see this completely round thing go like across the moon. But it was so weird because it was not a light. It was blacker than everything else. That was the weird part about it. It was blacker, so the contrast between it and the rest was, and it was completely silent. There was no sound, and it literally just like the moon is here. And so then the moon was there, whatever, and it literally went like, just like that. And I saw that, and I was like, immediately you kind of like fucking like, it's a reality check. Immediately, for me. Immediately, I everything does not matter right now. Right now I have to figure out, am I sober? Am I in any kind of like psychological, like, is anything wrong? I'm looking around me, I'm going through everything in my head right now. What is wrong with me that I just saw that? And there was nothing wrong. I was completely sober. Like I said, I had just had maybe 3 sips of the beer. No drugs. I don't take drugs. There was no fucking like nothing. It was, this happened. This was there. So then the events following, those were the bizarre ones, because those were the dangerous ones that really made me think, okay? Let me see what you guys said here real quick. Yeah, I actually live with an astrophysicist, so I don't know what it was, Savvy. I don't know. He is Scooby, isn't he? I'm sorry, Scooby. I know we got to continue reading here, and I'm still in there, but okay. So the events that followed, then, it was such a crazy thing. that this happened. It was huge. I tell my boyfriend, I don't even remember if he saw it or not. I don't know if he had looked in the sky when this happened. I don't know. I cannot recall. But it was a big fucking deal. But it was very late at night. So there was nobody. It was just the two of us. My brother and my mom were sleeping. It was just the two of us. You know, it was not like we had a party or anything like that. So it was just like, as soon as I wake up in the morning and when my mother wakes up, I'm going to have to tell her about this. Because this is insanity. Now, I already knew in my head, what is my mom going to say? My mom, a woman that is totally engulfed in science. She does not believe in any kind of fucking nothing weird like that. She believes in science. And anytime I would tell her, she's like, yeah. You know, that was my mother. Yeah, okay, you know. So I was not expecting much from her when I tell her, Mom. I was going to expect from her, like, okay, how many have you had in that time? Now, I wake up in the morning. This scenario had completely not just left my brain, but it felt like it was had been forced out of my brain. And the reason why I say that is because of how I felt. So I left the house. I got on the bus and went to work. A bus ride is 30 minutes there. Go to work for, 8 hours. Come home on the bus. Get off the bus. Walk home. Walk onto the property. And as I walk onto the property, suddenly it's like I can feel it in my brain, like forcing its way forward. This occurrence that happened the night before. And then it's there. And then I'm like, holy shit. And it felt so strange. It was like buried so deeply in somewhere that it couldn't come out, and it came out anywhere. It felt exactly like something that you have forgotten for many years, and then it comes back. But normally when that happens, it's a very quick, it comes right back, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was different. There was like a little struggle in my brain that was going on before it came, and then it came out, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck was that? Why was this gone out of my head? Why was this like pushed deeply in my brain and didn't come out? It was so strange feeling. So I literally ran into the door and I'm like, Mom. And my mom was sitting on the computer with her glasses and she's looking up. She's like, what's wrong? How was work? I'm like, oh, good. I'm like, I got to tell you something. She's like, what? And then I tell her what happened. And of course, like I said, I'm expecting her reaction, you know. And she looks literally up at me and she goes, that's weird. And I was like, whoa, my mom didn't directly dismiss this. My mother actually looked at me and said, that's weird. So she's believing me. She believes that this happened. Not just that I saw it. She doesn't just believe that I believe that I saw it, but she believes that this happened because, you know, my mom would always be the one, you know. So it's like, whoa, my mom just fucking believed it. This is the only time ever that my mother was literally like, that's weird. And I was like, then shortly after this is when I found a book. Never heard of the movie, never known that movie existed, found the book first. I was on the bus again and I had to stop somewhere. I was taking the bus all the way to Orlando, 5-hour bus ride from where I was, okay, to see my boyfriend. That's what I did. But so I take the bus from my house in Lady Lake all the way to Leesburg. It stops in Leesburg and I have like 45 minutes to wait for the next bus or something, right? So there's a bookstore, Books A Million. Perfect. Go into the bookstore and I fucking... Now this... Okay, now I gotta think. Actually, wait a minute. No. This story is prior. Me finding this book was prior to the incident, but that was years before. So years before I bought that book, but this incident happened years later. So years before I bought that book, I went to the bookstore and I just looking for stuff that I like. It was just rare to find in a regular bookstore. You know, I always have to order that stuff. I go all the way on the bottom. I see something. I'm like, what is that? And I pull it out, And I look at the cover, and it's literally an alien head, a fucking gray alien head, and the book is called The Communion. And I was like, what is that? And I soaked up this book, and it was so crazy because then years later, the events that occurred to me with this, seeing this in the sky, and what happened to me was so similar to what the man describes in the book with his experiences. Okay. Then the movie The Fourth Kind came out, bore resembling like or remarkable similarities to the book The Communion, not to the movie. The movie was a lot different, but to the book. So it was like this whole thing, and it was so fucking weird. All of it. Now I'm done. Now I can read this, and then I can continue Scooby's reading. And exactly, Uriel, exactly, because that is some part of the book. But I'm like, I'm not an alien like person. I'm not. You know, it's like, it just something in my head and in my gut tells me like no, and it doesn't make sense that this would be. I don't know. Parkour. Yeah. What I mean, what you got alien experience too? Oh, Stewie, when he dances like that, and he's all drunk. In that video, he's all, or in that episode, he's all drunk with Brian. He's in the. I think they're locked in the. Yeah, they're locked in the bank in that episode. That's a good episode. Ah. Yeah, I mean, but that's also why I'm really like very crucial when I say, you know, it's crucial to know that I bought this book, and then when I read this book, it was about, oh, it was probably about 5 or 6 years after I had read this book that this happened to me. So you know, you would think, oh, maybe it has something to do. Maybe, you know, you felt this way because you read that book subconsciously or whatever. Sure, the possibility is always there, but it's like I can imagine the possibility more if I just had freshly read that book. But I had read that book 5 years ago, and it had been on my shelf the whole time, and I hadn't touched it since then. So, you know, so the connection really was not there. Um, All right, Florida Metal. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming in. Okay, Scooby, let me move forward with this. Oh, we were just on a good thing, and now we're on a bad thing. The chariot inverted. It's not horrific or anything, but so there were. I love the ones that you put. They're so funny. So there will be failed plans and a poor strategy. Okay, so something that you're planning on doing, that you're really mapping out to do, will fall through. Unfortunately. Okay. So something. It's so funny. Opens the door. Goes. Oh my god, I love these. Yeah, so failed plans, failed endeavors of some sort that you really want to do something, maybe a little bit of a bigger importance in your life, will unfortunately go down the drain. Okay. Oh, this is also not ideal at all, actually. So that's the Ace of Wands inverted here. Um, Well, the better outlook will not be for long, because seemingly you will then I guess, okay, so then after these plans fall through, this failed strategy, then after that is when you will start feeling indifferent to things. There will be an indifference, there will be a loss of energy, passivity, and again with the delay in plans and journeys. So really something that you're really trying to do, going somewhere, because the Chariot is also upright, always talks about taking a journey, going somewhere. So there's some kind of journey, and I think it may be even like physical, because journey can be a journey in your mind. It can also often refer to a journey in your mind, but in this sense I think this is really a physical journey that's going to fall through, unfortunately. Weird. Yeah, so yeah, that concludes you, Scooby. Failed endeavors. And now it is Savvy's turn. Alright, Savvy. Is there anything in particular that you would like to inquire about, or just a general reading? I want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Emily, Florida Metal. Thank you, Scooby. Thank you, Uriel. Thank you, Savvy. I thought you already did that, Savvy. Did I not see you do that already? Are my psychic powers that great that I knew you wanted a reading? I guess they are. I guess they are. Because you did not redeem one. I literally thought you did. Two hours every day? Holy crap. You don't need to do that much. You can do like 30 minutes. Ooh, okay. Well, hopefully we can be that. It's not easy to be that precise, but let us give it a try. Your energy is usually, I can always know, it's very focused and very clear. So we might be really lucky, because it oftentimes really does depend on the readee and not the reader. And if you're really, truly, deeply concerned about the outcome of this exam, then we will indeed probably have success here in finding out what may come. Next to next week. So in 2 weeks. What are you doing there? Oh, okay, I see. Damn, you really do activities. That's awesome. So how tall are you? Yeah, that's true too, Savvy. That's true too. All right, let's see. And you're young too, Scooby, aren't you? I always forget you guys' age. I know I remember Savvy's age, but I don't know anybody else. How old are you? Tell me your age, people, so I know what I'm dealing with here. Ah. Not really related to the exam, but the Hermit inverted, which is really good. It means return to daily life and activity, and is social, being social again, and being more involved with other people and sharing information is a big one. So it's kind of like you're coming out of yourself, and you're becoming closer to the community again. 25? I thought you were older, Uriel. And how old are you, Scooby? I'm 35. I'm 35. I turned 35. I turned 35 in October. My God. I cannot believe that shit. I cannot believe it. I feel like I'm 17. Not lying. Okay. Anyway, so this is really good, Savvy. This is like, seemingly you taking a rest from your own exile that you put yourself in. You know, maybe you've been studying a lot and keeping more to yourself and being by yourself. So going out into the world a little bit more. So this is good. No, I mean it is a good age. When I was 25, I was really in the midst of all of that too, you know. So it makes sense. I just you do express yourself, I think, very mature for your age, you know, more mature than I would think other 25-year-olds, you know, speak. So that's kind of what I think. All right, let's move forward here, Savvy. Hmm. Hmm. This is a little bit different. This is talking. Okay, so this is the Hanged Man, and this one expresses that you're letting time pass by. Okay, you're indecisive about things, and there are missed opportunities in your life. Okay. Have a good night, Scooby. Thank you for coming. Oh yeah, Oriel, me too. Pretty much all the time. Unless I'm, you know, speaking to, I don't know. Unless I'm doing work with professionals in a sense, you know. But I do kind of mix. My personality is a mix of both, I guess. Ah, okay. So related then most likely to your lover, that you're kind of missing the opportunities that are given to you to uh you know, sweep her off her feet or whatever. So yeah, that's definitely happening. Oh, this is good. Strength. So this is directly speaking about your exam, and this is about endurance, overcoming, and victory, being victorious. Okay, so that would be given your exam. Okay, will lead to victory, power, and strength from within, endurance. So I believe that this is a sign that you will overcome this Six of Wands. The six of wands is usually about discord and a struggle and fight between neighbors. At least in this deck, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, 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 no! That was actually my first thought. What I'm reading now, it is actually a new hero approaches. Change and metamorphosis and emerging better than before, victory. So yeah, the six of wands, but the six of wands is a little bit more on the yeah, on a bigger field, like on a more substantial change happening, more so than just, this is just overcoming a struggle, you know. And the six of wands is more like changing into something completely new and better. But it's good that you remembered that better than me, because it was not the Six of Wands. It was, watch, it was the Five of Wands. Yep, it was the Five of Wands that I was thinking of, not the Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is one of the really good cards. So that concludes you, Savvy. Really good reading for you. So but you're missing your opportunities with the miss. With the miss. You know? Get on it. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I gotta shorten this because, it keeps hitting my ring, my mom's ring here, the cross, and you hear that noise? Just that little ting 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 drives me crazy. I can't deal with it. Maybe I am crazy, guys. No, I'm just easily annoyed. I'm very easily annoyed. I'm very irritable. Like, it's like with noises. And it's like, it's not just noises. Like, I can deal with noise, but it's like if it's a repetitive noise. Continuous, like, door slamming or, this. Drives me fucking crazy. Hola! Satan! Hola. Greetings. Welcome in. I cannot... something, Satan. It's very hard for me to read. Sorry. Greetings and welcome in. As you can see, my candles have all burned out, so they're gone now. But we can still see everything here. How are you? Welcome to the chat. So I did post something in the Discord the other day, and we really did not discuss this yet, but I did see it and I was like, I'm going to post it. So maybe I'm going to read it now and see. Shut up. I hate when people repeat themselves. Like, once in a while it can happen, I understand, but it's like, you already told me that. I know. Oh, shit. Why did I do that? Discord. And I also hate repeating myself, too, So it goes both ways. Oh, yeah. That's so funny that Scooby posted fucking Jim Carrey with the blue pen. Oh, my God. And I know why. Because of the gel pen thing. Because I have this thing with the gel pens. But it is funny, too. I've been having to use a gel pen. Oh. Well, you're typing in English. What is the language you speak? Maybe I speak it. ¿Se habla español? Ty govoriš srpski, sprichst du Deutsch? There's 3. That's true. Yes. Very true. Oh. Oh my God, Dobby, really? With the ears and the look. Oh my God, that's funny. No, that's cute and funny. That's That's a good troll. That's not really that bad of a troll. So let me read. Oh, all right, we're gonna have to dissect that because I did post a lot about it. But so let me. I'm gonna read it silently to myself real quick, and then. Oh yes, I remember this now. This is so great because this aligns with the painting that I'm doing. So let me just start. Remember, I told you guys a while back that one of my paintings currently, I'm painting Yggdrasil, which in itself is not that special, right? But of course, I'm painting it with all the worlds, the realms of the gods attached to it, and all the extra stuff. You know, the wells, the dragon, the eagle, the squirrel, the chicken, the golden apples, the golden trees, the golden root system, all of it. Like, it's going to be a crazy, awesome painting. But what I did do is, because you guys know I'm a woman of science, what I did do is I literally spent, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours researching this, okay? The different realms of the gods, the different worlds of the gods, you know, and we had Niflheim, and we have Helheim, and we have whatever, Asgard, Midgard, all of the different worlds. Okay, so yeah, because so and then this is the thing. I literally was able to assign each world, and I and I really went as far as doing research on the size of the different planets in our solar system, their terrain, what they consist of, their temperatures, everything. I researched everything. And then because of this information, I was able to, because of the explanation in the Osatru Edda, and how a lot is not in much detail, but there's enough detail to say, okay, I think this would be it, you know, like, because kind of going on, but how do you call it, a process of elimination. Okay, so I was able to assign all the different planets in our solar system to the designated worlds of the gods that they speak of. Okay, with the exception for the moon and the sun, because we know, well, for people that know this, the Germanic stories of the moon and the sun, they are both being pulled, okay, in chariots. They are not part of. They're also sometimes described even as people, manifestations as people, but that's incorrect. I have recently found that out. So they're being pulled in chariots in the sky. Okay, so they're not part of these worlds. They represent something differently. Okay, so it's so amazing because in this part of the secret doctrine, it is so crazy how Helena Blavatsky talks about this exact thing. You guys know, obviously, the planets. We got Venus, Mercury, Neptune, Uranus, Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, okay, Saturn. Now, I'm going to just read that. It is then the 7 sons of light, called after their planets, and by the rabble, often identified with them, namely Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and presumably, for the modern critic who goes no deeper than the surface of old religions, then this is the footnote. These are planets accepted for purposes of judicial astrology only. The astrotheogonical division differed from this one. The sun, being a central star and not a planet, stands in more occult and mysterious relations with its 7 planets of our globe than is generally known. The Son was, therefore, considered the great father of all the seven fathers, which accounts for the variations found between 7 and 8 great gods of the Chaldean and other countries. Neither the earth nor the moon, its satellites, nor yet stars, for another reason, were anything else than substitutes for esoteric purposes. Yet, even with the sun and the moon thrown out of the calculation, the ancients seem to have known of 7 planets. How many more are known to us so far if we throw out the earth and the moon? 7 and no more. 7 primary or principal planets. The rest, planetoids rather than planets. So the footnote is just kind of expanding on the science behind it. And I have to, of course, remind everyone that she wrote this in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Okay, so, we were still not in our infancy. I mean, kind of, but, way more behind than what we're able to see now. I mean, now our telescope can literally see and photograph bending in time and space. That's insanity in itself. That is really just actually being able to visibly make out dark matter will be the next step, most likely. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the progression of our technological evolution that we're going through. So now, the sun and moon, which are, according to the occult teachings, our heavenly parents or father synthetically. Hence, as already remarked, polytheism is really more philosophical and correct as to fact and nature than anthropomorphic monotheism. That right there in itself it speaks volumes and is exactly what I've always said. And I've never read this book before. It's the first time, and I've always said that. I'm just like, I'm being validated here. My point is like validated by somebody as intelligent and as educated as this person saying the same thing that I'm saying, so it makes me feel really good. It makes me feel, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus, the 4 exoteric planets, and the 3 others, which must remain unnamed, were the heavenly bodies in direct astral and psychic communication with the earth, its guides and watchers, morally and physically. The visible orbs furnishing our humanity with its outward and inward characteristics, and their regents or rectors with our monads and spiritual faculties in order to avoid creating new misconceptions. Let it be stated that among the 3 secret orbs or star angels, that's just okay. I knew that's where it ends. Yeah, we can see them now. At the time, we were not able to see them. At her time when she was alive, we were not able to see that far. But what is being described here? I'm going to repeat that sentence again. Hence, as already remarked, polytheism is really more philosophical and correct as to fact and nature than anthropomorphic monotheism. Because the sun and moon, which are, according to the occult teachings, our heavenly parents or father synthetically. That is exactly actually what I said last time on stream. So when I was talking about this meme that they have about the Spanish conquistadors hitting the coast of Peru or wherever. Yeah, I believe it was Peru, the Andeans, I believe. So they're hitting the coast. The picture is just of the leader of the tribes in Peru and the leader of the conquistadors meeting on the beach. And the picture and the meme goes as the conquistador says, you must worship Jesus Christ and stop worshiping the sun. This is wrong. And the Peruvian leader says, at least the sun is real. That's exactly the point. It's like you can you can sit here and force your religion and believe that your religion is the less ridiculous religion in that sense, and the less, the right religion, the correct religion. Oh, thank you. Horus is Lucifer. That's perfect. That's a perfect name for this conversation almost. That fits really well. So this is just another sign that's like that our ancestors understood that. And our ancestors literally tell in the stories of their book, of the Edda, of these planets where these different gods and giants and Jotuns and whoever else, the elves and everybody else, where they come from, the hobbits, not hobbits, but the Zwerge, dwarves, all of this, and they knew of these planets. They knew of these planets that we now know as Venus, Saturn. Welcome, Satan. We got two Satans. We had another Satan in here earlier, etc., etc. And so they take this and they expanded on this, whereas Christianity just like, I don't know, it's just totally like, I don't know. Somebody came up with some shit and it's just like, not to mention, then you have so many contradictions in the books. That's why they had to write so many, because then they had to now write, I said that also last time. We messed up. We messed up. New Testament, write it. We gotta correct this. It's so crazy. Whereas the stories of our ancestors are plentiful, are always the same. They never changed. Never. Not one word. Now we have to always also remember that most of these written things that we found, they were written hundreds of years past the Iron Age. They were written past the time of the Vikings. They were written by Christians. But we can assume that a lot of these authors of this were very concerned with keeping the authenticity of the texts and of the stories that were told to them, because most of these stories were told to them because our actual ancestors didn't really keep a written word. So we kind of have to always take things a little bit with a grain of salt. But like I always say, it's like peeling an onion. At the center, the tiny center will be the tiny truth, after all of this other stuff is shed off of it, Hello, good night. Hello, good night. So let's see. And see, that's the thing, for instance, here, Lucifer, is like, to me, these women were not virgins. They were not virgins. It is physically impossible. It was never possible. It has always been, you have to be, the semen has to go in there and get in the egg, and that's how you get pregnant. All of these women slept with other men and kept it hidden. It is as simple as that. There is no suddenly getting pregnant out of nowhere. That does not happen like that. It is. Science will tell you that it's completely impossible. Why is that incorrect, Uriel? Three adverts over? Okay, could be. But like I said, the connection between the scientific proof and what we know to be real, what we know to be mathematically explainable, bears a striking resemblance to the science fiction stories of our ancestors oftentimes. Not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. No, I know. I'm not. Hey, I love that show. I love the ancient alien theory. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. I think uh, Erich von Däniken, wonderful. I think he analyzes this and really, really, really looks into the possibility that this, this, and the way he presents it, not bad. It's good. But do I personally believe it? I don't know. It's very hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. I don't believe it as I said this before. I think all of these things are so, some of it I think is not thrown out of proportion enough, truthfully. But most things are thrown out of proportion too much. Way too much. That again, everything has a little tiny truth at the bottom, but most of it is just grandiose. For instance, to make it really simple to explain, Jesus may have been there. There's many Jesuses now on the planet. The name is Jesus, Jesus, whatever. And he, he may have been very gifted in certain things. He may have been very clairvoyant in a way. He could maybe had ideas of herbal healing or manifestation in a sense, or maybe he just did this and people are like, oh my God, this guy can disconnect his finger. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, and he is special. He's the Messiah. Blah, blah, blah. And then it went on its way and got completely out of hand. He's suddenly the son of some guy in the sky with a beard and that fucking made the whole universe in 7 days. And then there's this guy that goes on this big ship with a bunch of animals, one of each kind. They can all fit on this home-built wooden ship and float on, like, that's fucking, like, come on. Let's get with it. We can know when we talk about Thor defeating the Midgard serpent, Jormungandr. We can know when he fucking hit him with the hammer and fucking all that shit. This serpent encircles the whole world, and Thor defeated him. We can know that's not how that went. We can know for probably a fact that Thor was a man, like we are all, like this, like a human, and he was on his boat, and he was very famous because he always had that big hammer, and it was his trademark. And the dwarves that designed the hammer, they were not dwarves, they were druids. They were small people, very small people, regular human people, but small. And the ones that designed messed up, and the handle was too short. We understand that. So it was his trademark. The hammer was his trademark. And he went on the boat, and he went around in the area of Norway or wherever, in the smaller area of the world, really. And there was this huge serpent that was in the water. Probably some sort of animal that now does not exist anymore. And he destroyed this animal that was maybe very large, and he hit it with a hammer and in the water, and he destroyed it, and all the people saw it and they were so happy. Could have happened at the coast of Kattegat, Norway, whatever, and hundreds and hundreds of people saw it and say, oh, this serpent was so big, it encircled the whole world, and the god Thor defeated it single-handedly. That's what I always tell you. My father always made this joke. My father always said, the first person talks about the mosquito farted, and then it travels from person to person, and the last person says the elephant shit. That's it. That's what it is. Let me read all you guys' stuff. Sorry. Well, philosophy is really has nothing really to do with that aspect. It's more about philosophy is about a way of putting things in, like, kind of romanticizing things and putting them in a more in a way that is more, speaks more to you, you know. That's how I would describe philosophy. That really has nothing to do with the religion or the culture necessarily. No, I'm not saying there was no flood. We know history will tell us there were floods, and that was really, we can see it by the degradation in rocks, etc. There were floods. We know because of Ice Age that it was one of the biggest reasons, which explains why there was a big flood. Because where did all this ice go? You know, that I do not. I will never question science. I mean, I will question science, but you know what is scientifically proven. We know. Unfortunately, science, Uriel, will tell you that it is not possible to fit two of all creatures on the planet on the size of the boat that is depicted in the text. Unfortunately, yeah, but you're going on belief. You're not going on fact. There's no factual evidence that Jesus ever even existed. There's no factual evidence whatsoever. You've met the world serpent. When and where and what's up? You guys are yanking my chain right now. I at least I hope. At least I hope, because no, it's not. It's unfortunately, that's why I can when it comes to my cultural beliefs, because I do not adhere to any religion, because religion is usually something you know that domesticates you, that indoctrinates rules upon your life. My culture does not require me to do so. um, so to me, I can know that that there are forces between the sky and the earth that we have yet to be able to capture in a scientific way, with a scientific understanding and equation, right? We can know that. But I've seen and I've done myself many things to know that we have not reached our full potential when it comes to these things. Um, but I can know the things, I cannot know the things really that are all possible, because there's many things possible, but I can pretty much know the things that science will tell us that are really impossible, down to zero, you know. So that's the thing. I when my ancestors spoke about this whole thing with Thor, you know, we can really know in a you know, prove, like, to where there's really no doubt left that there was no such thing as Thor defeating a snake that wrapped around the entire world. Because science will tell you, for instance, people back then, thousands of years ago, were very small, very much smaller as we are now. Science will show you that we as humans, we grow, we keep growing. That's why generations keep getting taller and taller. Like, you can see it. I mean, you can look at a 14-year-old child and he is 6'2". It's insane. That was not that way back in the day. So we can know that Thor was not some giant, you know, because you could say, okay, maybe he was a giant and was able to do it. There was no such thing as giants in that sense. It was, you know, people were small. You know, he may have been exceptionally tall for this time. He was probably 6 feet tall or something, which was totally outrageous at that time. And also, again, we know that people died very early age. You know, if you died with 35, 40, you were old. Now people don't die until they're about, 80, 90, 100 sometimes. As we evolve as humans, these things change. And then, so based on these things, of course, always, I would really say not humanity so much, Savvy, because but humanity is part of the planet, right? Nature and the planet and nature's creatures, which I guess humans are part of it, So always over religion, because over religion, we see it now with Israel and all of this stuff that's going on. People are still murdering each other. They're murdering innocent people that have nothing to do with any of this stuff, for their religious belief, and it's senseless. It's completely senseless. It's completely baseless, because this is all all tales that we do not know, um and that bear really no reason anymore to fight over anyway, because the world will keep evolving and moving as people are still stuck with in their religious views, and will continue to fight over that, and it will not get them anywhere, and it will not make them move forward. It will only keep them stuck in those times. That's true. I do believe that, Lucifer. I do believe that there are, ancients, certain branches even of the Jews. They had very, secretive knowledge, and the Gnostics. They were people. I think there are sects that really do have the truth, but really, I mean, the truth, the scientific truth, of all of it. But I think it is not kept away as in an evil way, but more like the time will come. At time we have to unearth this ourselves. We have to put in the work, and we have to put in the exploration and find these hidden truths. And that's really what my sect is all about. That's what I'm all about. Exactly, Savvy, and Savvy. That's such a good point, because I sit here, and if I were to think, which you guys know I don't believe that, but if I were to think that there was a Christian God, like a omnipotent God, one God, that he would not punish. I mean, a newborn baby is born with no belief. So if the baby dies now, is he gonna condemn the child to eternal hell when the child had no idea that this God even existed? Because it's not, it doesn't work like that, because that's already a contradiction of the Bible in itself, and what the teachings of the Christian God. It's a total contradiction, because it wouldn't make any sense that babies or animals are condemned to hell because, oh, animals don't have a soul. That's also something that the Bible believes in, which of course I disagree. We know also that that's wrong. We know this through research. Not the soul, but we can know that, animals can have emotions, which is connected to a consciousness, which is connected to a soul. That's how I look at it. So punishment would be obsolete in that sense. If you are doing everything you can good in your life, you have high standing morals, you try to help other people, things that I do, for instance, like that I try to do, not try to go out and harm anybody in any way, not because I'm afraid of hell, I don't believe in that, but because that's just how I am. That's just part of, me. That's how my mom raised me, and, without religion, I didn't have any religion attached to it in any way. You know, God is super chill. Yeah. but science is literally mathematical equations that is actually physical manifestation. When we talk about manifestation, that is the actual physical manifestation of something, chemically or physically, whatever it is. We can see it on paper. We can analyze it and break it down to the smallest molecule possible, or whatever we want. So that is the truth. What science tells you is the truth. Where I do agree in a sense is that science, it does happen oftentimes that scientists, they won't go further when they need to continue on that path. They have the equation to this, and that's it. And they're like, this is the proof. But it's like, okay, but now take the proof and keep going, keep working on this. See, I don't know how to explain it because I'm not an actual scientist. I don't know how these things work. But a lot of times scientists are very they disregard any kind of things that are not the conventional way of going that they're used to. So I do agree to a point that there should be, I think that also the world is not investing their scientific research enough into certain things that they should. I do think that too. But yeah. Yeah, and but you see, Savvy, that's the thing. Like, that's where you're cordial. That's what your intelligence allows you to understand that everybody has different beliefs, different opinions, and different faiths, and you just believe that the path that you're doing, that's your path, and you feel deeply that that's your calling, and that's what you do. But you're not gonna harm anybody about this, because I know that the Hindu religion is not that way at all. It's one of the most ancient religions in the world, and one of the ones that makes the most sense, in my opinion. Also a lot based on science. So much of Hinduism is based on science, on actual factual things. Whereas Islam is my familiarity with Islam is not really that great, which is actually a shame. It should be, because we have a lot of Turkish people that live in Germany, and I grew up around a lot of Turkish people, and they're Muslims, mostly. So I should do more research on that too, but I have so many things that I'm dissecting. So, but I do know that is very much of the monotheistic, and very much of the it's an indoctrinated religion. It gives you the rules. You're supposed to do this, or you cannot do this, and all of these things. And for me, it is always like, if your religion promotes you to not do something, then it's not good. It's suppressing you, and it's oppressing you, and it's trying to control you. Whereas now, of course, if your religion tells you don't hurt another creature, that's a good thing. But when the religion tells you to personally, you cannot eat pork, you're not allowed to have sex before marriage, these things, that's ludicrous to me, because we're humans, and there's no such thing as gods that will judge us when we die. Not the way that everybody thinks. I think it's way bigger and way less aggressive than it's put in these books, and then it's being promoted by the humans. Like Lucifer said, the humans are what's acting up, and that's exactly it. That's exactly what I agree with. And I think that people should enjoy their lives. I think people should enjoy their lives. Um, Consent, of course, always with others. Don't harm others. Don't do that. Like, you don't do anything to other people that you don't want done to yourself. It's as simple as that. Enjoy your life. Do what you will, because we don't know what comes after. You may never have this type of thing ever again for eternity. You have no idea. We really do not know yet exactly what happens. So I always encourage people, have fun, man. Laugh, do things, explore the world. That's what our ancestors did. They went, they ventured, they were traders. They did all of these things. That's why we are all like this in the world. We have people from this country living in this country, people from this country living in this country. It's all because our ancestors traveled. Our ancestors wanted to explore the world. They wanted to live life. It's about living life. Live it. I can only encourage people to do that, And if your religion tells you to not do something, well, that's I suggest to do what you want to do, because you will never burn in an eternal pit of hell. Let me just tell you that. I can pretty much know that we don't live in a cartoon where you're like in a pit of fucking fire. It's not that way. It doesn't even make sense. It literally does not make sense, because like, you're not, when you die, you're not going to be like this in fire and in flames. It's just, I'm sorry. It's just not, come on. Like, let's get away from that crap. And yes, mathematics is divine in its origin. I do agree with that. I do have Discord. I have a link. You followed me, right, Horus? I can send it to you later, because I don't know how to send that on here. Well, actually, in fact, like, science is reality, but actually put on paper. That's the cool part about science. Science is literally the explainable. That's why science is crucial for all the development of everything, for all the evolution of everything that we have, even to a candle. Science will show you, chemistry will show you how to make a better candle with less smoke, burning longer. Science will do that for us. Science will also give us electric cars and stop us from polluting the environment. Science let us travel to the moon and into space. Science is what letting us travel to Mars. Science is what helped us uncover so many secrets of thousands of years. Science is the best thing pretty much since sliced bread, which science discovered. Science is the A and O, the alpha and the omega. Yes, exactly, Savvy. Yep, that's exactly it. I don't eat meat, period, except for 1 month out of the year, for cultural reasons and also personal reasons. Um, and that's the thing. If it's not eating pork, okay, but I'm talking about literally things that suppress you. Put covering over your head, fucking cover your whole body, or fucking go on your knees on a carpet and kiss the ground, or like all these other rules, that are really like just oppressing to people, are just like, I don't know. That's your belief, yeah. The rebirth. I'm always kind of like on it. I'm like, could it be? Because sometimes it hits me, and I think I have a thought process. I'm like, yeah, it could be. It could be. It actually could be. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, there's no fucking way, bro. No. You know what I mean? It's so weird. And I'm always like, oh my God, I think it could be true. And then, science is magic. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I always talk about. Science is proven magic. Because at some point, science was considered bad and was considered, you will get burned at a stake for being a witch, and only because somebody came up with a scientific solution of some sort. Exactly. Science is magic in itself. Now, magic that we practice, that I practice, is undiscovered science, is what I always say. Glad. Exactly. Alchemy, chemistry. Exactly. Yes, I think that's a good point, Savvy. I think so. I do think that they have more of a connection than conventional scientists will allow them to have in their research. They are not seeking enough there. Hard magic. That's great. I love that. That's a good term. That's such a good term. Oh yeah, I still have to do that, Savvy. Yeah, I do. Yeah, isn't it incredible what we're able to do? You can see me in real time right now on a screen, and you can hear me talk to you. Like literally, it's like if we took away everything that's in between us from wherever you are to where I'm at. But instead we have all this connecting us because we're too far away to see each other. It's incredible, and it's thanks to science, not to God. In that sense, you know what I mean? Like, I thank the people that came up with that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm always amazed. These things that we are possible today, where one of those newer things that still blow my mind is how we can now pay with our credit cards, and we just hold it onto the thing and beep, and that's it. We don't even have to insert it anymore. It's insanity. Ugh. Sorry, he's got an ad. I don't know who's seeing me right now still. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the link of the Discord in the chat. I can do that now. I seek you out, flay you alive. One more word you will survive. And I'm not scared of your stolen power. Okay, perfect. So what I'm doing now, right now. Boom. Oh God. Oh my God, it's an infinite loop. I cannot hear myself in an infinite loop. Thank God. Yeah, so that's the Discord link there. Horus is Lucifer. You can go in there. You're invited to come in, and you can read some of the stuff that I posted. Whatever. And yeah, and expand on that, or put your own, your own stuff in there, and we'll expand on that about hard magic or whatever, spirituality or whatever it is. I think we broke some real ice here tonight, guys. This was perfect. This is exactly what I want to talk about. This is exactly what I made this channel for. And I'm so grateful that I'm sorry cuz it was a slow start. Let me just put it this way. You know, it's been slow, and I've been doing this now a year and a half or so. You know, and it's been slow with getting people. You know, most of the time people come in here, they just want a reading and then they go. You know, and they're not really interested in having these conversations. You know, but the main reason why I made this channel is to have these conversations. The psychic readings is just something that I like doing in between. You know, so it's like, this is great. Um, but yeah, of course, psychic readings is also what I like to do. I want this to be equally part of this channel, you know? Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, we can do. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a total. I'm good with computers. I'm very good with computer stuff. What I'm not good with is the newer stuff. Like, for instance, doing exactly what you're saying, having you in the Discord and having you be in the stream with me too. I don't know how to do all that. So if you can, alchemist. So if you can kind of guide me through that at some point, then we can definitely do that, because I don't. Perfect. That's what he would name his pet? No, that's not the joke, is it? An alchemist? What would a scientist, what would a chemist name his pet? I don't know. Perfect? Is it really perfect? Or you said perfect in response to alchemist? Was that the actual answer to the joke? I'm losing you guys. I'm losing you here. Ha 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 ha. No, but yeah. So I sent you the link, Horace. You can come in there anytime. Um, I think I should probably head out for tonight, guys, because I've been on for 2 hours and I'm getting a little bit tired. But wow, what a fucking awesome. I think I made Uriel mad. You think? You think I made Uriel mad? Tell me. Tell me. I know. I think I did. I think I did. But I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I am never gonna. No? Okay. This I just can't, like, I can't. Yeah. All right. Okay, I hope. Cuz they do bring very good points. It's not that at all. It's just when we run into this, like, it doesn't matter what science says. It's not true. It's what God says or whatever. That's where I get like, that's where my eyes start switching. You know, it's like, bro, no, it's not like that. It's wrong what you're saying. It is under God wills it. God. Oh, that's your name. God wills it. You get some interesting names. Horus is Lucifer. Yeah, depending on how you connect the dots, that's definitely a very good possibility. Given the fact even it speaks about Horus being being, looking like a falcon-like creature and having wings, compared to the Lucifer, the angel with the wings. Not, What's your real name? My real name is Dragana. That's my real name. That's my middle name, but I use it as my name. Dragana. What? Skylar? Alright, alright. Your parents were hippies. I see. I'm just kidding. It's an inside gag that I've heard before where oh, in what lay, huh? The what so Henderson is the home? In what language? And I need to know all these languages. Skylar, David, and Henderson. I'm assuming that David is in Hebrew. In Henderson, in what language would that be? Ah, okay, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, Hebrew. Yeah, I knew that. And and then Skylar is I don't know what that would be. Maybe that could be Babylonian or something like that. Ah, Welsh? Is that what you meant to type? Yeah, exactly. I've exactly. A lot of people that name their children Sky or Skylar do it because of the Native American. Um, oh, so you have actually Native Indian in you. Ah, that's really cool. That's really cool. So then you live in the U.S. Whereabouts? I'm in Florida. Oh, wow. You're in Florida too, right? Salt Lake City's in Florida, right? Or is that in Nevada? Am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. It's in Nevada, isn't it? Utah. One of the desert states, sorry. Yeah, okay, Utah. Gotcha. Cool. Very cool. Oh, I love all the Native American culture too. That's always something that I'm very much interested in. Oh wow, that's awesome. I think we'll get along just fine. I think we have a lot to talk about. Cause me personally, um, no, I'm done digging. I was born and raised in Germany, and I moved to the US 16 years ago. That's also my first language. And then I'm half German, and my other half is Serbian. My father was from Serbia, hence my name Dragana. My father's name was Dragan. So my mom named me after my father, Dragana. Um, yeah, so I speak multiple languages, and I'm very involved and interested in my own heritage and my ancestry. That is, I take very much pride in it, and also these cultures. That's why I'm always interested in all these other cultures. I'm very very much always interested in Asian cultures with oftentimes Buddhism, or we get the Hinduism in the Indian culture, the Native American culture, always interesting to me. So many, the Sumerian, Mesopotamian, uh, all of this stuff. I like to really know more about all of it. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, that I would like to see that. That's really good. Yeah. So what a good chat tonight, guys. But I am really kind of getting tired now, and I just want to kind of watch one more episode of my show and then probably go to bed. Yeah. I'm not big on the last things, but the esoteric teachings. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Helena Blavatsky, as everybody knows. And I'm currently kind of dissecting one of her works, The Secret Doctrine, and it's really, really good. And we're doing good on branching off this now every stream. So this is excellent, guys. Yeah, thank you, Emily. Yeah, well, thank you guys all so much for coming in. Wonderful, wonderful stream. Thank you, Florida Metal, for resubscribing. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for following Horus. Thank you, Emily, for being here. And who else we had here? Scooby. Thank you, Scooby, as usual, coming in. Uriel, thank you for being here. Good, very, very interesting contribution. Thank you, Savvy, very much. Also, always great things that come out of that you type. Always very intelligent conversation with all of you guys, and I'm so excited about that. And I think I covered everybody. Yeah, not many in chat, but good conversation. So thank you so much, guys. Hey, don't tell me what to do. No, I'm just kidding. No, I won't be back tomorrow because I'm working Monday. My schedule, but I will be back Monday. So you guys will see me back here on Monday. And until then, don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil. And until Monday, I say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.